Hello, brothers and sisters. I've actually never done this before, but I just felt like I should make a video. And the reason I've never done this before is because I am extremely hurt right now. And it's not because of me, it's not because of what anyone has said to me, but it's because of how the world and how the lost treat our Lord. I feel like I should read something here. I feel like as hard as it is to be in this world right now, I feel like even now, God is teaching us just with greater depth and with like greater weight what it means to love. You know, He demonstrated that with flawless perfection in the story of the gospel. So I want to put this video out just to, as like a video to reflect on. And this is not just for the believers, but this is for unbelievers too. Okay, I'm gonna go to Isaiah 53, and as I'm reading this to you, I just want you to know that this is what I'm gonna read and what's spoken of. It was done on your behalf, non-believers. If a non-believer is watching this, I just want you to know that you may know God's love for you. Who has believed our message, and to whom has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him, nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and familiar with suffering. Like one from whom men hide their faces, he was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he took up our infirmities, not just us, the children of God, but you too. He took up our infirmities and carried our sorrows, yet we considered him stricken by God, smitten by him, and afflicted. But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was upon him, and by his wounds we are healed. We all like sheep have gone astray. Each of us has turned to his own way, and the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us all. He was oppressed and afflicted, yet he did not open his mouth. By oppression and judgment he was taken away. And who can speak of his descendants? For he was cut off from the land of the living. For the transgression of my people he was stricken. He was assigned a grave with the wicked, and with the rich. In his death, though he had done no violence, nor was any deceit in his mouth, yet it was the Lord's will to crush him, and cause him to suffer. And though the Lord makes his life a guilt offering, he will see his offspring and prolong his days, and the will of the Lord will prosper in his hand. After the suffering of his soul, he will see the light of life and be satisfied. By his knowledge my righteous servant will justify many, and he will bear their iniquities. Therefore I will give him a portion among the great, and he will divide the spoils with the strong. Because he poured out his life unto death, and was numbered with the transgressors. For he bore the sin of many, and made intercession for the transgressors, sorry about that. This same one who is written of, Jesus Christ, he, the one who went in your place, is the one who you mock. He was pierced for your transgressions, not just mine, but also yours. And he did it because he loved you, because he wanted you to know that. Because he wanted you to know that if you would come, that he would not reject you. Because he wanted you to know that there's more than just this life. You know, there's more than just these few years of a life on the earth for a man. You know, our life is but a vapor. So I just wanted to share that. And if any non-believers are watching this video today, I just want to encourage you to go before him. If you don't believe that he's true, that he's alive, I got news for you today. Jesus Christ is very real. Jesus Christ is alive. He conquered death in your place so that you may have life and have it more abundantly. So I just want to point you to that light today, to him who is Christ, because he is the only way. He is. And don't just take my word for it. Take time out of your day or days, seek him in a quiet place, and when you seek him, when you call out to him, do it with all your heart. And I dare you to do that and see if he doesn't show up. He will, because he loves you. And he opens his arms to you today. You know, to the bride of Christ, I say, how amazing is that? The fact that we're still here is just like the window of mercy before it's closed, before the tribulation. It's going to be truly more horrible than any of us can imagine. But yet, because of his love, it's ironic, because of his love, we're still here. And ironically, these mockers are only able to mock and scoff the way that they do by way of God's grace and mercy, because we're still here. And the only reason they're mocking is because they've heard his children prophesy, and yet they don't actually see it. But we know that what's going on, it's perceived not only in the physical, but also in the spirit. And we can see the escalation, the prophetic unfolding before our eyes. So yeah, I just wanted to put out this video because, you know, when a non-believer mocks God or tries to mock me for my faith, if there's any non-believers watching this right now, I just want you to know my feelings aren't hurt, because I'm nothing. I want you to know that I'm absolutely nothing, and my life is worth absolutely nothing apart from him. But what hurts me is that I love him more than anything, more than the air that I breathe, and you mock him after all that he's done for you in your place to redeem you. So I just want to encourage you today, please seek him, please. Time is up. He's at the door. And one of these todays, you're going to hear your last warning, and we're just going to be gone. There will be no one here to give you the warnings as you've seen now. Before everything hits the fan and there's just chaos, one of these days, you will hear the last warning, and if you don't heed the call, then you will be left here. You know, the 144K will be down here to minister and to really edify those who are here, but it's gonna be hell, just about as close to hell that's not hell on the earth. So just know Jesus Christ is the way, he is the truth, he is the light, and he is life. But God gave everyone free will. So what will you choose?